here till 7:30. We have 3 very interesting guests, and then we also have no idea who's going to show up. But one, in just a few minutes, we're going to get on Lloyd Lee Height.
Right.
He's from the Bridgeville area. He's been a photographer for many years. Going to tell us all about what he does and how he does it and who he is, and maybe you might want to get him to do some business or do some work for you. Then we're going to have Amy Brown from Eagles Nest Church in Milton.
She's talking about Camp Lagoon.
Camp Lagoon.
Camp Lagoon. That's going on during camp meeting at Eagles Nest Church. So
starting
she's in charge of all that. Wednesday night, yeah.
And then we have the Republican candidate for governor for Delaware. Very exciting young man, Jeff Craig. Got to meet him at the fair, got to know him a little bit. I think you're going to like him. And he will be here.
Businessman.
Businessman,
yep. Very good.
And so we're here, we're live. You can come to Jimmy's Grill. You can sit in our audience. We've got some people here. You can watch it. You can watch us online. If you're watching or listening, tell some of your friends to check it out. Called CatchItLive.com. It's a new thing. And if you want to come to Jimmy's Grill, you can eat. And I guess
they can even see us when they walk in the front door here. There's windows that look into this room. You can stand there and watch us through the window. Press your lips.
They can look through the windows?
They can look through them, yeah.
Wow.
We have them clean just for this.
That's a nice thing. All right. So, what's next there, Colin?
What is next?
Oh, let me tell them about Jimmy's Grill special for the night.
Yes, the specials, definitely.
Okay? This is tonight's special. They close at 8 o'clock, so you need to get down here. Are we still willing to eat food if somebody buys it?
I am. Are you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
We'd like to be able to have the option of picking what we want. But we're going to have, tonight, the special is all-you-can-eat spaghetti, tomato or meat sauce, with a salad, and garlic bread. What would you expect to pay for this?
Like 14
What would be like a credit?
14, 15 bucks.
No, it's not 14, 15. Go a little lower.
12.
A little bit lower.
Really?
Yeah. This is all-you-can-eat spaghetti.
Yeah.
Tomato or meat sauce with a salad and garlic bread.
Can't be less than 11 bucks.
It is. It's $5.95.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Wow.
Free napkins with your order.
Clean silverware.
Clean silverware. Right. Nice bathrooms. Friendly wait staff. And right now there's no line. Jimmy's Grill in Bridgeville. Tell them I sent you when you get here. Look us up. Okay, what's next there, Colin?
All right. Well, next is just
you want to introduce our first guest? Or
we can introduce our first guest.
Again, the number 648-2899. Write that down. Put it in your speed dial. That way, when we say something or we have a contest where we're going to give away free ice cubes or something like that, you can be the first one to call in and get right on it.
You want to be quick when you're getting free ice cubes.
You want to be quick. Yeah. Well, you know, we're learning from our government. Just give it all away, and if we give enough away, something's bound to happen.
How was the fair this week? You were at
the
fair
last was
week.
Nice and warm. I got to breathe all the fresh air I wanted to. Once in a while, I got rained on a little bit. It was fantastic. They say attendance was up. Our booth was inside the exhibit hall. I was very happy. We had some of the nicest bathrooms, the least amount of flies. It was really great.
I heard that the attendance was down. Now, this wasn't from anybody with numbers, but just people looking around that had been there all week and said it didn't look like there was as many people.
I don't know about that.
You were told this by somebody that had the numbers, right?
Correct.
Right.
People renting me the booth said the fair was up. So since I'm renting the booth and I'm trying to be convinced it was a great idea, I need to hear things like the numbers were up. It was a crowd like we had never seen before. It was unbelievable.
Right.
The gates could barely contain them. So that's what I want to hear.
Bursting at the seams.
I know this. Wellers wants to say thank you to all the people that stopped by our booth. We had a lot of kind comments, a lot of nice comments, a lot of good people. It was great. I had a ball. The guys that work for me had a good time. So we're happy customers of the Delaware State Fair at the moment.
I want to do a special thank you to the Ladies Auxiliary at Ellendale Fire Hall. They took care after, a lot of people know my father died this past week.
This would be John Walls.
Right. We had his
Colin's
funeral
dad.
yesterday, and the Ladies Auxiliary in Ellendale Fire Hall was just fantastic. They took care of everything for us. We didn't have to think about anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't have to clean up or anything?
Didn't have to clean up or anything. They took care of it all. So
wow.
Just a great group of ladies.
Well, good job.
So.
All right. Well, we're going to get started. I would like to start with a word of prayer.
Let's do it.
This is something I want to do. Since you can't do it at Sussex County Council, we're going to do it here at Jimmy's Grill.
We're still allowed to do it here?
We're still allowed to do it here.
All right.
All right. Well, here we go. Well, dear Lord, we just thank you for this time together, for these people that have gathered, for this opportunity. and for all the freedoms and liberties we have. We just pray an anointing on this show this evening, all the words that are said, the people that watch us, and we ask that you just help this thing to be a success and help us to have a good evening. We just ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Now, that's that. Anyway, I think I'm ready for Lloyd Lee unless you want to wait a little bit.
Lloyd Lee, we're just about ready for him. As long as Brooks is ready to give us a break here, and
Oh, we're going to take a commercial break.
we're going to take a commercial break.
That way Lloyd Lee can get himself all ready.
We can sneak him in, and he'll just appear right here
Right
next
here.
time we come back on.
Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a minute.
Hey, Jim Weller here with another fair
Okay, we good?
special. I got
Yep.
ratchet tie-down straps. I got a cookbook.
forgot about that.
I got a camo
1 minute.
crock
1
pot. I got an air
How will I know in a
compressor,
minute,
an
son?
aluminum tire and wheel for trailers.
It'll be up in
Look at
about
that
60
nice box
seconds.
of nails,
Okay.
a grill kit. Everything's on sale at
All right,
Weller's in
check his
Bridgeville.
audio.
Hello, hello, hello.
Don't let your picnic go to the dog.
Here with another fair special. I got ratchet tie-down straps. I got a cookbook. I got a camo crock pot. I got an air compressor, an aluminum tire and wheel for trailers. Look at that nice box of nails, a grill kit. Everything's on sale at Weller's in Bridgeville.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here, and I don't know if I mentioned, but I've got some fair specials, and I sell flags, I sell wheelbarrows, I sell extension cords. Then I got this one-size-fits-all camo hat, and let's not forget the Works Weed Whacker. Where's them weeds? Let's go get them.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller. We're back at Jimmy's Grill in Bridgeville, broadcasting live our new Catch It Live show. We're encouraging you to encourage people to watch us. And I'd like to introduce tonight's guest. This is Lloyd Lee Height from Bridgeville, Delaware. I would say, how would you describe yourself? Professional photographer?
Yeah, been a photographer professionally for almost 30 years now.
Wow.
And have a
Started
degree.
right out of high school.
Well, I have a degree in agriculture education.
Okay.
So
how's
doing
that
nothing at all what I learned to do, but no, I've been doing it quite a while. It's something I really loved, and once I got involved with it, it was great. I mean, I just
Like, how'd you get started? Is it
actually
something you did in school or no?
Well, when I was younger, I was in 4-H. I had a 4-H project, and it was photography, and just I loved taking pictures. And I think one thing that was consistent in my whole life was the photography part. I always kind of did, whether it was for fun or a business, whatever. It was always kind of something I did. And way back ages ago, I borrowed a friend's camera and and started taking other pictures. And I followed a field hockey team actually, and took their sports pictures. And then they all got older and wanted senior pictures and wedding pictures and all that kind of stuff, family pictures. So it just kind of went from there.
Wow. So a lot of your customers you've had for 20 years or better.
A good amount, yeah.
So you've seen the transition from 35 millimeter to digital. And,
Oh,
and
yes.
So what are you using currently? You use digital?
I'm all digital.
Okay.
I probably held on a little bit too long to the film camera thing, because when I got ready to finally jump into digital, and I was one of the first people around here that got into digital, but when I got into digital, film was pretty much over with.
Yeah.
So I was kind of stuck with some film cameras. And now one of the strange things, I think, or one of the interesting things is people in the big cities, big states, LA, all these kind of places, they're selling film photography as a specialty now.
Really?
So
wow.
it costs more money. Hey, we'll shoot your wedding on film. So it's kind of different. Everything changes a lot all the time.
Wow.
So, but yeah, I've went from that, and I think one thing about my photography thing is every day it changes. I'm looking at what I can do different, what I can do new, and I think you got to do that, because I feel like right now everybody in the world's a photographer, and I think you got to really keep up with this
It's been
stuff.
made so easy for everybody to
Oh
be a
yeah,
photographer.
I mean it's
I can take my iPhone out and take
oh
crazy pictures.
right. I use my iPhone for video, and
Yeah.
it's probably better than some of the video cameras I had several years ago, where
Right.
I paid way more money and all I did was video. So yeah, I mean photography, the equipment part of it has improved too. The megapixels, the quality, everything is a lot better now than it used to be, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. So
Now, do people come to you, or were you willing to go to them?
I'll do whatever. When I first started, I did a lot of on-location stuff because I didn't really have a studio as such.
Okay.
And so I would come to your home, and I still will. I'll come to your home. I'll go to the beach. I do a lot of stuff at the beach. I do a lot of stuff in town here in Bridgeville at the parks. There's some parks in town. Or I'll come to your home, picture of your family on the front porch, kind of anything like that.
I saw you were very active at the fair.
I love going to the fair.
You go pretty much every year?
Yeah, pretty much. Got to judge some cupcakes this year. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Now, did I hear you also are a judge or a coach in some kind of sport?
I have a field hockey team, which is
Okay.
Delaware Stingers, which is, when I first got into photography, I kind of fell in love with the sport of field hockey. I like to watch it, how it flows, how it moves, and I think it's a really fun sport. And so I got involved with that, and I've kind of been doing that ever since. So I have a high school team, and I have an adult team, and they play kind of here out of Bridgeville, out of Woodbridge. They're mostly there for right now, but we've been everywhere.
You grew up in Bridgeville?
Grew up in Bridgeville, lived on North Main Street by T.S. Smith's down there, and now I live out in the country, kind of behind the police station where the old one was.
Okay.
So we give directions by where it was. It's not,
Okay.
not there anymore,
Right,
but
where it was.
yeah, it was down there. So,
Well-known landmark.
Number they can get up with you at is 682-7000.
yeah, that's pretty much the phone number.
That's a good phone number.
Yeah, the problem I've got with it is some hospital in Pennsylvania is 305-682-7000. So I
Okay.
get
Really?
I get some hospital calls.
Well,
But
this is 302-682-7000. You also have a
Right.
website, LloydLee.com.
Yeah, LloydLee.com.
LloydLee.com.
From the website, you can go to the blog. I'm not the greatest blogger. I am a big Facebooker, which you can also click on to go to Facebook. I update it almost every day, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day.
So if somebody friends you, you'll friend them back.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And I also have a Photography by Lloyd Lee Height Facebook page, which they both basically feed each other, but you can just like that, and you don't really have to friend anybody. It just follows what I'm doing there without saying having to be a friend.
Right.
Right.
So, but both of them, I believe you can see without having to be a friend as well. I tried to set it up that way, so I think you can.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you do any, like, where you would go up in a plane or a helicopter?
Never done that.
Never
I'll
done
leave
that.
that for
Okay.
Kevin Fleming, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, I think it takes a real skill, and one of the things I've learned over the years is I try not to do things I can't do well.
Okay.
I got a call once about somebody that wanted me to come and take pictures of mold for a lawsuit kind of thing.
Oh, boy.
And I just asked some other people about it, and I realized real quickly there was a lot to know about taking pictures of mold.
Right.
So I didn't really know that at all.
Huh.
So I try not to do that kind of thing. I'm more a people. I take a lot of, people's pictures. I enjoy scenics for kind of fun for myself.
And when people get a picture, like with an animal in there, like their dog or something, how many takes does it take to get it right with an animal?
Just depends. Sometimes it goes really well. Sometimes it takes a while. I've had all kinds of... Horses are always tricky because horse owners want their feet a certain way. They want their ears,
Okay.
their ears got to be up.
Okay.
And they get a little trickier. And we've done everything from people jumping around crazy behind me to, I think one person kind of like tossed their cat at the horse to try to get it to perk its ears up.
Really?
So yeah, there's a lot. But I mean, sometimes you'd be surprised. Sometimes the first couple of pictures you take are the best. But I always take a fair amount of pictures to get something. I think digital has really made it.
Easier to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can take a lot more pictures to get better results, but I think you do spend a lot more time editing. Because
Right.
now, instead of in the old days, you had a roll of film. It was like 24 pictures maybe. Nowadays, you can take,
100 pictures.
Right, in the same,
Click, click.
right,
Right.
and so yeah.
It sounds like you're up on technology, with the Facebook and website and all that.
Well,
So that's
I try to stay up with all the things, and even the camera things. I mean, people I'd say a camera has really a light. Well, it's like computers. A couple years, and then a new one comes out
right.
with something better, something different. And right now in the camera world, it's more about the ISO or the amount of light it lets in.
Okay.
It used to be a lot about megapixels, but now it's about, hey, I can take pictures in the dark easier. I
Low
don't
light.
need a flash in this darker room. So
Okay.
they're really concentrating on that a lot, and of course the prices go up with every little move they make. But yeah, I try to stay up with everything.
And the other thing was, are you a kayaker? Do I see you kayaking?
I like to kayak.
Okay.
I came upon that late because I like to canoe ages ago, but with my job and what I do, it's hard sometimes to find somebody, because canoeing usually takes two people.
Right.
So it's hard to find
Okay.
somebody to canoe with
But you
at,
do it when
at
it
10
suits your
o'clock in the
schedule.
morning, right?
Right.
So I borrowed a friend's kayak. And again, I'm borrowing things from people, but he had several kayaks, and I tried a couple out, and finally I paid him for it and bought one, and it's been a lot of fun. It's real relaxing. It's something that I can take, 3 or 4 hours out of the day, or maybe not even that much, and have a lot of fun doing. And I like taking pictures. So I take my smaller camera on the kayak trip. And I've even got it so I can video with my iPhone as I'm kayaking somewhere. So it's
Wow.
kind of fun.
Wow.
So you
It's,
set it up on a little tripod.
Yeah, it's got a little
Video
suction
with
mount.
yourself?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, but
suction
myself, well, it's not so much about myself anymore. It's got a little suction cup
Okay.
hold. It's really a GoPro kind of a thing, but I didn't like the GoPro cameras because you couldn't
Where'd
see
you end up buying that
couldn't
camera?
you see it. The GoPro thing?
Weren't you looking for it one day
Yeah,
down
I
around?
actually went down to the beach. One of the things, I think it was east of Maui, west of Maui, something, but one of the things, like, a lot of places had them. I didn't realize, like, Walmart actually has them.
Okay.
The tricky part is you can't really see what you're doing with them until you're done, then you go put it on the
Oh,
computer and
okay.
look.
Okay.
And I thought I bought this head mount one time because at first I put it on the thing and I want to see what I'm doing, where I'm going.
Right.
And well, it just pointed forward the whole time. So I thought I'd buy this head mount. So I bought this head mount so I could turn my head, and I thought I'd get to see what was up. Well, you mount it on your head and you push the button and you think you're in, and I started in video mode. Well, somehow I got out of video mode and I got into picture mode. So instead of having a video of everything I had like several snapshots of what I did for the whole day. So I kind of went back to the iPhone for the
That
video
iPhone's
part.
hard to beat, isn't it?
It is. I mean,
is.
its quality's pretty good. And
Simple to use too. For
yeah, I think it's excellent.
complicated as it is, it's very simple to use.
And it's about an 8 megapixel camera in the
Is that
front
what
of
it
it.
is? Okay.
So it's pretty good. I mean,
Have you ever made like a calendar for businesses, or do you ever do anything like that, or
I've
or do you
made,
sell Christmas cards?
well, yeah, a lot of times it's more family a little bit than businesses.
Okay.
I've done, a lot of families will get Christmas cards. I've done some calendar things. I do all kinds of shoots. I do like a Mary Kay glamour shoot. And a lot of times they'll get a calendar. They get all made up and their hair and done, and I take some pictures of them through the local Mary Kay people. And sometimes they'll get a calendar.
Okay.
But businesses, I do when they call me. I don't know. I don't tend to do I don't know whether they don't do as much or they have their own person that just takes a picture. But I don't know. I don't do as many businesses
Are you
as I
willing to
could.
take any questions if sure.
Sure.
calls in about photography or
Sure.
anything like that?
I'll give it my best.
648-2899 is the number you want to call. Talk to Lloyd Lee, and he can answer some of your questions about photography if you have any questions.
Or an iPhone.
Or an iPhone.
Or an iPhone, yeah.
Or kayaking.
Kayaking.
Facebook. No, I don't know.
GoPro camera.
There. Might have that one for sale if anybody's really interested. 'Cause
Okay.
it just, I think it has its purposes, but I don't think its purposes were the purposes I was looking for.
Now, also, did I see that you're doing some online classes, or were those classes at your studio?
Well, I've given like classes before, like in the studio, for people that were interested in different areas in photography, and I'm looking at the Ustream thing to actually provide an online kind of class, and I also have been looking at providing a maybe more for kids. It could be for adults too, but a camp kind of experience, or maybe a club kind of experience where they sign up for maybe a couple weeks, and every day they get a different assignment to do. And I would have a website where they could post their pictures, ask
Okay.
questions, but also be live for, say, I don't know, every morning from 9 to 9:30, kind of tell them or show them something, and then they would go out and do it that day or whatever.
Okay.
Probably a little bit more of a summer thing, but I'm trying to work it into the adults. It's kind of hard for me to have classes because, people, Monday night suits this guy, Tuesday night suits this lady, Wednesday night suits. So I'm trying to figure out a way that
Well,
with
if
the
you just
online
worked
thing,
every night, if you did it every
yeah,
night.
well, I got to take somebody's picture sometime.
Right.
So I don't have time to do that. But if I actually had, this way, you could throw it out there. They could do it when they wanted. they could come back at a
Right.
certain time and ask you questions, anything like that. So I think it's got some potential for that I'm looking into.
All right.
But yeah.
Phone number again is 302-682-7000, LloydLee.com.
Right.
And how would they email you?
Actually, it's Lloyd Lee at LloydLee.com. So
Okay.
yeah, so they can get up with me like that too. Check me out on Facebook because I'm really big into that.
Isn't that an amazing thing?
I think Facebook is fantastic. It's
Yeah.
I book pictures off of it. I answer people's questions off of it. I communicate with people. I think in the long run, Facebook is outdoing emails because I think Facebook is so instant. It can immediately be sent to your phone.
Yeah.
If you get a message, you send it right back. I know a lot of people with their emails, they check it maybe once a day, maybe twice a day. But I get a lot of emails, and the Facebook thing seems to work a lot better, a lot faster. It's more immediate, I think, and you're having more of a conversation than an email that I may send you and you may not read again until
Right.
5 o'clock tonight or 8 o'clock,
Right.
so. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to thank you for coming. Do you
Well,
have any
thank
other tech tips or last minute
No,
comments,
it's
or-
great being here. I wanted to see how it all worked.
All right.
I'm glad could be here.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you.
All right. Hope
We're
it did
gonna-
well.
That's
I think we're gonna go to
682-7000 and LloydLee.com.
And tell them
Sounds
we
good.
sent you.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, tell them that you heard it here first.
Catch it live.
So catchitlive.com.
Okay.
We're going to take a commercial
Hey
break.
everybody, Jim Weller here celebrating our fair specials. If you need a deal on any of what we got generators on sale, sandblast cabinets on sale, Briggs & Stratton power washers on sale, aluminum trailers on sale. Come and take advantage of our fair specials at Weller's.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey, you can open the door now. Jim Weller here with another fair special. This is a brand new 7x14 enclosed trailer, ramp door, side door, ready to go. $3,897, $38.97. Come get them while I got them at Weller's in Bridgeville. Hey, Jim Weller here with another fair special. I got ratchet tie-down straps, I got a cookbook, I got a camo crock pot, I got an air compressor, an aluminum tire and wheel for trailers. Look at that nice box of nails, a grill kit. Everything's on sale at Weller's in Bridgeville.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here, and I don't know if I mentioned, but I've got some fair specials, and I sell flags, I sell wheelbarrows, I sell extension cords. Then I got this one-size-fits-all camo hat, and let's not forget the Works Weed Whacker. Where's them weeds? Let's go get them.
Everybody, Jim Weller, and we're back at Jimmy's Grill. We never left. We just took a commercial. But anyway, we're at Jimmy's Grill in Bridgeville, broadcasting live, catchitlive.com. Got another guest coming up in a minute. Want to remind you about this all-you-can-eat spaghetti dinner tonight here at Jimmy's Grill. They're open till 8, so you got plenty of time to get on down here. All-you-can-eat spaghetti, tomato sauce or meat sauce with salad and garlic bread for the unbelievable price.
$5.95.
Right, you thought it was $15.95, but it's $5.95.
There's-
$5.95, and tonight only, no sales tax. We're not going to charge you any sales tax.
And they'll actually bring
So-
it to you.
And they'll
don't
bring
have
it
go
to
get
you,
it.
free napkins, and
Clean
I think
silverware.
even some cheese
Some cheese.
if you want. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So it's a heck of a deal. It's good food.
is, real
Everything
good deal.
here is made from scratch. Everything. Like they take their potatoes and they boil them and they peel them with a spoon.
Mm-hmm.
And everything here is made from scratch. Their applesauce, everything. So
Giant cinnamon roll.
giant
That
cinnamon
cinnamon roll
rolls.
is that big in the morning.
Yep. So
Crazy.
it's real good. For example, if you got a turkey club sandwich,
The turkey is oven roasted turkey.
Now you're an expert on
I'm an
turkey
expert
club
on this, but
sandwiches.
you can't get them before 11 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, it's oven roasted turkey, sliced thin. It's nice, tastes real good. It's not that old, thin, been sitting in the deli cooler a long
It's
time,
not
deli
that,
meat.
all the meat that's been pressed together
Correct.
under pressure,
Pressed
all
and
the
pressed.
scraps. Yeah.
Right. So
Right.
it's real good. I like eating here.
Yep.
They have good crab cakes. Anyway, we'll move on. What's the next thing? My 2 cents?
Your 2 cents, Jim.
My 2 cents.
You
I'm
like to
wondering
give it.
who's watching the Olympics. Where are they at again? London.
London?
I knew that. Did you see the commercial about the Queen jumping out of the helicopter? I thought
I did
that
not.
was great.
No, I didn't
Oh, I don't even know how they got her to do it. It didn't mess up her hair or nothing. They had
Wow.
this commercial where she was leaving the castle or whatever, and then she jumps out of a helicopter and parachutes into where the Olympics are at. It was really great. I was impressed with her. I'm surprised she did such a
Well, I
thing.
did see
But
something about her granddaughter, I think, was
I don't
in the
know.
Olympics, and she got a silver medal or something like that.
Really?
Anybody else see that?
Is that what it is, the equestrian? Okay, she got
Maybe.
a silver medal, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
If my grandmother was queen, I would expect to get a gold medal.
I would, no matter what. So anyway, the Olympics. Who's watching them? Does it really matter? My wife is recording these things like they're invaluable, like they're gold, in other words. She could be in the kitchen cooking and the TV's on, the Olympics are on. The guys were swimming. I don't know if it was Mark Spitz or what's his name. What's the guy's name? The Subway commercial guy. What's his name?
I can't remember his name.
What's his name? Yeah,
Michael
John
Phelps.
Phelps.
Michael
Phelps. John Phelps' son. Michael Phelps. Something that they put him in lane 8, which is a hard lane because you can't see the other guy and you're worried about the skimmer sucking your arm in or something like that. So it was just something. But if you're enjoying the Olympics, good. And they'll be over soon if you're not. So anyway, it's quite a thing.
I found an app on the phone, and you can
Oh,
actually
that's
watch
great.
it live on your
Oh, how
iPhone.
exciting.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want it?
I'll do that while I'm driving down the road.
I was watching.
So,
I was watching badminton, and I was thinking, badminton. I could do that. I could be in the Olympics doing badminton.
I bet you could. You
We
could
could
be
put
the
a team
entertainment. We could sell
together.
tickets if you're doing that. Okay.
Badminton.
So, anyway,
Hey, I'm pretty good at badminton now.
I was looking forward to doing the volleyball.
the volleyball.
Yeah, beach volleyball. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Yep, we're going to sell tickets.
Take your shirt off.
Take my shirt off.
Short shorts.
I'll be selling space on my back. I'll be tattooing myself with temporary tattoos. You could buy an ad. So that way when I go down with a heart attack or a stroke and the cameras go right down on me, you know, it'll be good. Anyway, if you want to talk to us, we're looking for a caller. We haven't had one caller yet.
We have it.
Well, Brooks called himself earlier, but we won't count that caller.
He tested it. So
But anyway,
we've actually got a better phone system. I don't have to hold the phone up to my microphone
Right.
anymore.
what's the number? 648-2899.
Right. Email
Okay,
at
toll
info.
free for me would be 1-302-648-2899.
Right. Info
Okay.
at catchitlive.com.
Yes.
We're on Ustream if you watch it on Ustream.
We're here live
You
at
can
Jimmy's
chat
Grill in
with Brooks.
Bridgeville. Are we still willing to let somebody buy us food?
We are. So,
Okay.
uh,
If they don't come soon, we'll even let them pick out what we eat.
right.
If they don't
They can
hurry.
buy our dessert if they don't come
Right.
soon.
So, anyway, what's next?
So
We do have another guest coming up. 2 more guests to be exact.
We do. So the next guest coming up is going to be Amy Brown. She's talking about Camp Lagoon,
Camp Lagoon.
camp meeting.
Camp
and-
Lagoon is a big lagoon they have built at Eagle's Nest. Eagle's Nest in Milton. I think they've been out there digging it with shovels. I'm not sure, but it's something called Camp Lagoon. She's going to tell us all about it. If you have children and you want them to, go to something that's a lot of fun, we are having camp meeting at Eagle's Nest, actually starting Wednesday night. Some people are even camping on purpose. So anyway, I think I am.
Wait till
But
you hear
anyway.
the price on the Camp Lagoon thing.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, they
This
lowered
is-
the price?
This is a good deal. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Anyway, so are we taking another commercial break or
We are
what?
taking another
One more
commercial
thing.
break.
If you want to be on this show, some people do and some people don't. And the ones that don't really do, they just don't want to admit it. But anyway, we're looking for more people to be on. Everybody's invited. You need to let us know. Shoot us an email. You can shoot it to info@catchitlive.com.
Right.
We don't pay anybody to be on, so the people you see here tonight have not been paid to be here. They're not paid actors. They're real people, and they're not paid anything. Lloyd Lee thought he was getting a free dinner and a tank of gas.
He got
No.
confused. He buys
Right.
us dinner.
We will entertain for food. We'll entertain for food. All right, we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back in just a minute. Okay.
Hey, Jim Weller here with another fair special. I got ratchet tie-down straps, I got a cookbook, I got a camo crock pot, I got an air compressor, an aluminum tire and wheel for trailers. Look at that nice box of nails, a grill kit. Everything's on sale at Weller's in Bridgeville.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here, and I don't know if I mentioned, but I've got some fair specials, and I sell flags, I sell wheelbarrows, I sell extension cords. Then I got this one-size-fits-all camo hat, and let's not forget, the Works Weed Whacker wears them weeds. Let's go get them. Hey everybody, Jim Weller again. We're back to Catch It Live. You were hoping we would go away, but we didn't.
Colin
We're
Walls
still here.
and
Colin Walls and Amy Brown.
The famous Amy Brown.
This is Charlie Brown's wife.
It is.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes.
a lot of pressure right there.
That is, in itself.
I
So-
feel the need to pull footballs away from everybody as a result of being the wife of Charlie Brown.
But Amy is something at Eagle's Nest, and I'm going to let her tell you what she is.
I am something at Eagle's Nest for sure. I
There's
am
something everywhere.
I
Yes.
am something at somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Somewhere.
Okay.
I am the director of children's ministry at Eagle's Nest Fellowship Church, and we are ramping up. Spent the whole day gearing up, getting the last-minute details done for Camp Lagoon, which starts tomorrow night at 6:30, and it runs tomorrow night and Thursday night and Friday night. And then, of course, Saturday night is the big Heather Williams concert. It's a free concert by
Wow.
Heather Williams, so we encourage everybody to come out for that.
How much are the tickets?
The tickets are, I think, your favorite price point, free.
How about parking?
Parking, also free.
Restrooms?
Restrooms, you know, I've been trying to get us to charge for that, but so far, Pastor Bob has not bitten, still free.
Still free.
So the restroom? How about air conditioning?
Air conditioning is free, and that's a good thing you mentioned that, because a lot of times people associate camp meetings at Eagle's Nest with being out at the pavilion.
That's right.
Which is a little intimidating if you don't like bugs and you don't like heat. But the Heather Williams concert will be in the sanctuary, climate controlled, mostly bug controlled. You know, I mean, we can't control all of them.
Somebody as famous as her has to go inside.
Well, yeah.
Keep her nice.
Yeah, it's
right.
it's going to be Saturday's going to be a big night.
Yeah.
Do you know what time that is?
It's at 6:30.
6:30.
6:30.
Parking's free, air conditioning's free, restrooms are free.
Yes,
Oh. And I guess Pastor Bob will give us all the hot air we want for free.
he always does.
Yeah.
So the students,
So-
I'm reading here, the students will be getting zapped.
Yes,
This
the students
starts tomorrow
zapped.
What
night.
does that mean?
I am so excited. Zapped is basically the kids are going to come to Camp Lagoon, and this is the older kids. The younger kids, we have something for every age. We have nursery available for
About what
Infants.
age is nursery?
Nursery about 6
Couple
weeks.
days to-
yeah,
oh, 6
6
weeks?
weeks.
Okay.
Moms don't typically let them out of their sight until
Okay.
about 5 weeks, so we'll take them at
Okay.
6 once mom is
Okay.
all confident with that. So about 6 weeks through about 2 years of age is the nursery. And then they go to the younger kids, are going to have lots of fun. They are going to be learning about how God has a purpose for them. And that is, the younger kids section is ages 3, 2 or 3. At this
Okay.
point of the year it gets a little fuzzy. 3 until they're ready to go to kindergarten. And then kindergartners, last year's kindergartners, this year's first graders, and through 5th grade, get to come and hang out with me all night in the gym. And the gym is where they're going to get zapped.
Okay.
What's that mean?
Well,
Are you allowed to tell us?
well, I'm going to tell you, it is not a hairpin into the light socket.
Okay.
It's not that. It is instead learning that God has a plan for each of us that is so much larger than what we could expect or imagine. And the kids are going to get tapped into that or zapped into that they are part of a larger plan.
Yeah.
And so we're looking forward to that. And, you know, along the way, have a lot of fun worship time and a lot of fun games, including Glow in the Dark Night, which is Thursday night. And Friday night, you know, for Friday night, Patty Weed actually today made 2 very large batches of Jell-O that will
Did
be
you
used
bring
Friday
any?
night. I did
Oh.
not.
Okay.
Very, very large vats of Jell-O. So
Really?
that was, yeah, Pastor Bob's wife, Patty Weed, did that. So you'll have to come Friday night to know why in the world we would make vats of Jell-O.
Of Jell-O. Do you
So-
know?
I do know.
Okay.
Each night begins at 6:30.
At
So
6:30.
you want to get there a little earlier than that to get
Yep.
registered. So
Yep.
you go in
The school entrance.
The school entrance, which will be the south entrance, I guess.
Well, it is, when you pull onto our campus, it is the one that's actually, you'll go by an entrance and go by another entrance. It's actually the centermost entrance.
Okay.
And it is labeled school entrance, and we'll have a banner that says registration.
All right. So yeah, get there before 6:30.
Before
Probably
6:30.
6 o'clock would be good.
I think so, yeah. And we've got stuff going on all day at the campground, too, so
Yeah.
encourage
Yeah,
people to come
Pastor
out.
Bob's doing a Bible study,
study
at
at
10:30.
10:30.
Is there things for the kids during the day?
Not specifically for the kids during the
Okay.
day, but it's just a lot of fun. It's,
Okay.
you know, it's a laid-back kind of time to spend some time with your friends and hang out at the campground and play. And at night, even, they're doing late-night options this year. They're going to have a whole
Really?
bunch of games and stuff on the ball fields.
Really?
Not ball games, but games on the ball field because, you know, it's lit. So
Okay.
that'll be fun, too.
So the elementary schools kids might get a little bit messy. So
Oh, absolutely. Every night, just know that you don't wear your nicest
and we
stuff
talked
to Camp
about
Lagoon.
Jell-O.
We,
And,
we talked about Jell-O. I don't think we talked about Dawn, you know, like the soap,
okay.
liquid dish soap. We didn't talk about that, but
Wow.
maybe we should. And also, I'm really excited. I'm sort of a science geek. Like, I really like science, and that's something people don't know about me. And we're going to be doing some scientific experiments as part of this
Wow.
week, too. And so the kids will actually get to walk on water. We're learning that Peter walked on water, and so the kids will get to walk on
Really?
water.
Wow.
That'll be really cool. I'm really stoked
So
about
if they
that.
want more information, they can go to eaglesnest.ch.
Absolutely.
Is there a phone number they can call?
Yeah, at 302-684-3149.
How about, doesn't Eagles Nest have something on Facebook too?
They do. We have our Eagles Nest group on Facebook, which you could search Eagles Nest Fellowship Church, or you could even look for Kids Cove and Surf Club. We have Kids Ministry at
really?
Eagles Nest has our own Facebook page. So
Okay.
Kids Cove and Surf Club.
So the
Wow.
price for the
Camp Lagoon?
Camp Lagoon, this is
Free.
wow.
Free.
Free.
That's the same price as the concert.
It is.
Right.
It's a word that I am really comfortable with. I like free. Except for the bathrooms. I do think we should charge for those. But other than that,
At least for the clean ones.
well, yeah.
Wow.
That's what we should do. Have a
Right.
pay bathroom.
Right,
that-
the free ones
Yeah.
are exactly what they're worth.
Right.
Now the ones you got to pay for, it's a
Yes.
different story.
There you go. You get what you pay for.
From 6:30 to 8.
6:30 to
That
8.
is starting the first, second, and the third,
third.
of August.
And then the 4th is the free Heather Williams concert.
Nice.
So
So-
camp meeting, just so you know, in other words, it's open to everybody.
Right.
All churches, all denominations, church people, not church people. Grab your neighbor, grab your friends. You know, whatever you want to do. It's a very informal time. kinda
Absolutely.
Shorts, flip-flops, things like that. We're under the pavilion. They got sawdust on the ground. I thought they were bringing in the mosquitoes just for it. Pastor Bob said they're actually going to not have any mosquitoes.
Oh.
So
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
And there's a different speaker every night.
you mean like the speaker
The
that's on
difference.
the wall?
The speaker. So when you can drop off your kids at Camp Lagoon and then go to the pavilion and have some worship and an adult speaker at the pavilion as
There's
well.
going to be adult speakers.
Yes. Yes.
So like who?
Well, the first night we have Pastor John Betts. I don't have my
Who's
cheat
that?
sheet. He is from Abundant Life in Georgetown.
Delaware?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Thursday night,
Yeah.
Dr.
Yeah.
Oh.
Think of the Flintstones.
Oh.
Fred Antonelli.
Fred Antonelli. It's Dr. Antonelli.
She got that
really
one
sad.
right.
It's really sad. I'm sorry. I'm married to an Italian, so missing Antonelli was bad. Dr. Antonelli will be there Thursday night, and he is such a great speaker. I mean, I can't, even if you can't remember his name, you will remember what he says to you for sure. And then Friday night, we have the incomparable Pastor Scott Hobbs.
Yes.
Incomparable. You can't, there is no means of,
Comprehend.
yeah.
Right.
Yes.
You cannot comprehend.
No, you can't. Or compare, whichever.
Right.
But yeah, he was our worship pastor at Eagle's Nest for quite a few years.
Yes, good
and
hair.
He's great hair.
Yes.
Great hair. And when the wind blows just right, you can just be
Looks like
mesmerized by his hair.
Fabio Jr.
Fabio Jr. for sure.
Minus all the buff.
Minus the buff. And there's stuff for high school and middle school kids as well.
220.
As meeting out the old Lamb Jam stage. That brings back a lot of memories
they
for some
really?
people. Yeah.
Wow.
So they're
So
going to
the
be.
whole property's going to have something going on.
You know, honestly, there really is. We are all over the place, you know, on the property, and there is something for everybody too. It doesn't matter
Are
age.
you coming? Are you going to be there?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
I'm not camping though. I don't have that level of courage. I have camped, but
I hear
I'm
they
not.
have some sites available for tents.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Sadly, my tents will be used as props for Camp
Oh,
Lagoon,
okay.
or else I'm
Darn.
sure I would have camped.
Okay.
Charlie
So
is pretty
anyway.
comfortable with leaving his truck around too at camp meeting, I'm sure, right?
Yes, the last time we camped, his truck was, yes, slightly pranked. Slightly
okay,
pranked. He's
okay.
a couple of, my husband is very firm in his political beliefs.
Really?
And, the opposite beliefs were written on his truck,
Yes.
as I recall. I don't know by whom.
I don't know by whom either, but it was pretty.
It got
funny.
his attention.
Yeah.
It did.
Wow.
Did.
Well, didn't they
Well, that was
saran
very
wrap
nice.
it?
They saran wrapped it as well.
Really?
It was a good day to be Charlie's truck.
Wow. All right. Well, we're going to thank you for now. Maybe we'll have you back in just a minute. We're going to take a commercial
All
break.
right.
Okay? And we'll be back in just a minute or two. Catch it live. Call somebody and tell them to tune us in. We've got a really interesting guest coming up next.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here celebrating our fair specials. If you need a deal on what we got generators on sale, sandblast cabinets on sale, Briggs & Stratton power washers on sale, aluminum trailers on sale. Come and take advantage of our fair specials at Weller's.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey, you can open the door now. Jim Weller here with another fair special. This is a brand new 7x14 enclosed trailer, ramp door, side door, ready to go. $3,897, $3,897. Come get them while I got them at Weller's in Bridgeville.
Hey, everybody. It's me again, and that's Colin again, and this is Amy again.
This is us.
So we are back. I do need to apologize. I didn't mean that Amy wasn't interesting.
I'm heard forever.
I just meant the next guest. The next guest is going to have even more energy than she had.
I don't know about
I
that.
don't know that that's possible.
I don't know about that. Amy's
We'll
got a lot of energy.
I took a banana picture with one of our pastors this morning.
Oh,
I
you
don't know
did?
that you can top
You
that.
might not be able to. Do you have it with you?
It's on Facebook. It's on
It
my
is?
Facebook.
Okay.
So please go check
I'm
out
not
my
allowed to look at
Facebook.
Facebook from work, so I have to wait till I get home. So,
Gotta
anyway,
really mean
You want to give out
boss.
the contact information?
I would
How to-
love to. If you
And
have
let's do
any
the
questions.
location because we didn't do the
We
location.
would, yeah. We're at Eagles Nest Fellowship Church. We're located in Milton, right off of Route 16, like at the corner of 16 and 1.
So when you're going,
like
when you're
Zion Church Road or
Zion Church Road.
when you're
yes.
going down Route 1, but as you're heading south, once you're coming up to Route 16, it's the big church on
Yes.
the right-hand side.
You'd want to hit that right.
But you got to go past it and make
straight
it
across
right.
the field,
You could go straight across the field.
Right.
Be
or go up to the light
interesting.
and turn right.
Yes, you could do that. And if you want to find out any more information or register, you can actually still register for Camp Lagoon online if you want to.
Can I?
Yeah. No,
I can't.
not you.
Okay.
But your grandchildren could.
Good,
At www.eaglesnest.ch.
All right. So, I
Wow.
think we're going to go to commercial.
Amy Brown.
Question for Amy. Any
Will
squirrels?
there be any squirrels? Wherever I am, there
There'll be
are
at least
always squirrels.
Oh, more than one.
That's just the way it goes. I'm a little bit squirrely.
Little squirrel.
I want to say Amy has done a great job for Eagles Nest Church.
Thank you.
I remember when Eagles Nest got ready to hire her,
Yeah.
I had somebody say to me, you need to make absolutely sure that your church hires this young lady because she's a very gifted person, got a lot of energy.
Brings a lot of
to
energy
offer.
to everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I just remember the one day I was going to get an ice cream cone in Milton. I'm going to get an ice cream cone at King's Ice Cream, and here she comes jogging, pushing a stroller.
Yes.
I said,
Yes.
I need to let her get on by so I can get my ice cream cone. So anyway, you're very inspiring. I enjoy seeing
Thank
you
you.
and watching you, and I know that my grandkids and all the kids just love what you do at the church. So
I am blessed to have the best job
if it were up
ever.
to me, I would double your pay and give you a company vehicle.
I
But
agree
it's not
with
up to me,
It should be up to you.
Right, it should be. But anyway,
They would all be lettered. So
And
it would
would
all
be
say
wrapped.
Wowers on them.
Actually, we'd wrap that
I'd
thing.
be fine with that.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you, Amy, for coming. You're
Thank
doing
you
a
for
good job.
having me. Thank you so much.
We're good.
Hey, Jim Weller here with another fair special. I got ratchet tie-down straps, I got a cookbook, I got a camo crock pot, I got an air compressor, an aluminum tire and wheel for trailers. Look at that nice box of nails, a grill kit. Everything's on sale at Weller's in Bridgeville.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here, and I don't know if I mentioned, but I've got some fair specials, and I sell flags, I sell wheelbarrows, I sell extension cords. Then I got this one-size-fits-all camo hat, and let's not forget, the Works Weed Whacker wears them weeds. Let's go get them. Hey everybody, Jim Weller here celebrating our fair specials. If you need a deal on any of what we got generators on sale, sandblast cabinets on sale, Briggs & Stratton power washers on sale, aluminum trailers on sale. Come and take advantage of our fair specials at Weller's.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey, you can open the door now. Jim Weller here with another fair special. This is a brand new 7x14 enclosed trailer, ramp door, side door, ready to go. $3,897, $3,897. Come get them while I got them at Weller's in Bridgeville.
All right, we're back, everybody. Jim Weller live with Colin Walls, and this is the Republican candidate for our next governor, Jeff Craig. Welcome
Good.
to CatchItLive.com.
Thank you. Good to
Hey,
be here,
hey.
Jim.
Yeah.
Good to be here, Colin.
Good to see you, Jeff.
We are here live at Jimmy's Grill. If you're watching and you want to come on down and meet Jeff, talk to him, pick his brain, or watch us or whatever, you're welcome to. It's a live show. If you are watching, we encourage you to, maybe go on your Facebook page and tell your friends to watch us too. So we're trying to build a listenership. I think we're under 1,000 right now, but we're working on it. So we'll get there. So Jeff, we want to know what would inspire a man to take time away from his family and his business to want to run for governor of Delaware?
Well, it's about public service, and,
Okay.
and I've been motivated because of the state of the economy, and it's really talking to neighbors, talking to friends. Our business that I have with my wife up in Fairfax, Delaware, which is North Wilmington, we have about 650 businesses that get their mail every day there at that
Okay.
location. And I have seen the demise in the economy, affecting these businesses, affecting people's employment. And so that motivated me to think about what can I do, how can I get involved. And I've had the opportunity to run for governor, and that's not the kind of opportunity that comes around every day.
Right.
So I decided I would grab it with both hands and grab a hold of this issue of the economy and run for governor and see what I can do to make Delaware a better place for all Delawareans.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time to be willing to do this. In other words, I admire people that, want to step out and do more than just complain or say, gee, I wish it got better, or I hope it's going to fix itself, or something like that, and so on. I would like to know, how much money does it take to run for governor?
A lot. A lot.
Okay, I mean, are we talking like $200,000? Are we talking...
Well, we're $200,000 to start.
Okay.
Our goal is probably to spend over $1 million on this
Okay.
campaign. We will spend less money than the incumbent governor will spend on the race.
Okay.
So we have to be more pointed with our message. We have to be more parsimonious with how we spend money. But it is an expensive proposition, and a large part of running for governor is raising the money to get your message out.
So how do people, like, say somebody's watching or, watches this later on or something and says, well, how can I help support a governor? How do people do it? It's not tax deductible. It's not a tax deductible.
It's not tax deductible,
Okay.
but businesses and individuals can contribute to campaigns.
Okay.
So if you own a business, you can make a pre-tax contribution. And we have a website that has a donate button on it. It's www.craig2012.com.
CRAIG.
CRAGG. I'm glad you brought
Glad
that
I
up.
asked.
Yeah.
It is
CRAGG.
it is a funny spelling. It's a Scotch-English spelling of the word Craig. It is pronounced exactly the same, but it's www.craig2012.com.
Right.
Wow.
And Brooks is going to fix that on your banner. He's got CRAIG.
Oh, he's got it wrong. Well, good.
That's our first lawsuit.
Right.
Anyway, and so people could donate if they want.
Yes, yes. And this election is really about jobs and the economy, and that's what we're talking about with our campaign.
Now, I would think as you talk to people, it's almost real easy to say, starting point, are you happy with the current economic times? Nobody's going to say yes. So, in other words, obviously everybody wants change.
I think that's true. There are a handful of core supporters of the governor who, if
Like it just like it is.
if Delaware fell into the Atlantic Ocean, they'd probably still support him. But the vast majority of Delawareans are concerned about where the economy is going, how their lives are going, how their children's lives are going, how their businesses are progressing, how their job opportunities are progressing. So it makes for a very easy conversation right off the bat because we don't have to create the need. The need is there. We have to do something different to get this economy moving.
What is it that we have to do to get it going? What's
Well-
the Jeff Craig plan?
Well, the Jeff Craig plan is to really sit down and look at the regulatory environment we have, the
Okay.
taxation that we have on small businesses, and back things off so that people can, run their businesses. I talk to business owners every day. I talk to guys like you who are, getting this podcast, radio station up and running. And you don't need something from the government to do that. What you need is the government not to come in here and tell you how to run your business, not to tell you what you can do, not to put taxes and additional regulation on how you operate.
Let me tell you. Oh, go ahead.
Go, yeah.
Let me tell you what the government has told me just today. I have a building. I've spent a year having it rezoned. I did a traffic study and all these things. Went to the planning and zoning, went to the county council, got it rezoned. I thought that meant, I can go ahead and open a business. So I have an electronic sign put up. Well, I find out that I can't get the permit to put the electronic sign up until I get a site evaluation and open a business. I can't even put an electronic sign up to advertise a building for rent. I can only put one up if there's a sign. So now I have to do a traffic study with DelDOT for the business. I have to contact DenRec to see if they have any issues. I have to get the fire marshal in there to get the building up to today's standard and get the county inspectors up in there, and then I can open a business.
Then you got to go get your business license.
And then, that's only $75. So I got to spend $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. And if you say it fast, it don't sound like much.
Well,
You
no,
know what I mean?
but
I got to learn. I can learn how to spend money like the government wants me to. I just can't learn how to make money to spend like they want me to. That's what blows my mind. In other words, and all these people, they're dictating to me what I should do, and their pay only reduced by a maximum of 2%. And it just is absolutely mind-boggling.
One of the things I tell people to do is I say, go to a local business person and ask them the question. I mean, I sat down with a reporter from the News Journal and discussed burdensome regulation, and the reporter said to me, I don't believe there is burdensome regulation. And much like you, I went through 4 or 5 things right off the bat, and it kind of opened his eyes. He said, well, gee, maybe there is regulation that is impacting business. But part of the story we have to get out is we have to get business owners out there to explain. You want to open a business. I assume that business
I want to employ people.
will employ people. And we need jobs, and we
Right.
need to get this economy moving forward. And so you'd sit there and think the government would be there to help. But one of the awful jokes is, I'm from the government, I'm here to help. No, you're not. I'm here to tell you why you can't open the business, why you can't have that sign, why you have to get these additional permits. And there are people who do not understand that this costs you money, time, energy, and what should have taken 90 days takes
take a year.
6 months or a year.
And it's discouraging if you're
Right.
looking at $20,000 or $30,000 before you can ever open your doors. And
Right.
you even do it in some cases.
And you're lucky if it's only 20 or 30.
Right.
It's not
Right.
100,000.
Right.
And then on top of that, you've got to actually make money with this business.
Right.
And move it, get it to go forward. And
Right.
so what has happened is many of the job creators, many of the people who own businesses are sitting back and saying, well, I'll wait till things get better.
So how do we start with removing these regulations, get them to back down? That's going to be the hard.
Well, I asked him. I said this to the county today. I said, I thought the governor was making some new thing that was going to loosen things up to help businesses. And they said, well, we haven't heard of anything like that. In other words, and I don't fault them because they didn't make one of these rules. That's just their job to deliver. But it's absolutely mind-boggling to me because the sad thing is the sign is up
Yeah.
and running.
And yeah,
So-
and also, if I can kind of explain my take on the governor's position, he was on CNN on the morning television program with Soledad O'Brien. And Michelle Bachmann, who was running for President of the United States, called in, and they got into an argument. And the argument was, will the Affordable Care Act, will Obamacare cost jobs? And Michelle Bachmann said, sure, there's small business owners all over this country who are not going to hire people, who
Right.
may actually let people go because of the effect of this regulation and the costs of providing health care. Their businesses just cannot afford it. And our governor, my governor, your governor, said she's wrong. He talks to business owners all the time, and they don't think that regulation is a problem. Well, I think it all starts with a government who does not understand what the problem is.
Right.
And if the guy at the top doesn't understand it, the bureaucratic folks, the people who work for the state, don't get it either.
Right.
And so it works all the way down the line. So it starts with your question, how do we get this going? It starts with electing somebody who understands the problem, who is a business owner, who has run a business, and who can get things moving forward. And it's leadership. It's just plain and simple leadership, turning this country around, turning the state of Delaware around. And if you don't have somebody who understands it, who's running the bureaucracy, it's never going to change.
And the business you've run was not a large corporate
Well,
business.
I worked for 24 years in the life and health insurance business.
Okay.
I ran large organizations. I have that experience. The business I'm in today is a smaller business.
Right.
But I've experienced both of those things, and it's a little different in a large business. In a large business, oftentimes when you make a decision and you tell everybody to march east, and everybody who works for you, 1,000 employees start marching east, somebody has to tell them stop marching when you get to the water. And oftentimes there are unintended consequences
Right.
because, people follow orders because that's what they're supposed to do. The other thing I ask people to do, if you want to know how well this state works, go ask a state employee. Ask a state employee, do they think the department they worked in runs well? We've had scandals in the Department of Transportation, in the Department of Corrections. We have issues in the Department of Education. The Department of Health. There's not a single entity in state government where if you ask those state employees, are you better off today than you were 3 years ago? Is your department better run and better managed than it was 3 years ago? I think you get the same answer from state employees. And so we're hoping to win state employees that are traditionally a Democratic constituency because people realize we have to make changes here in Delaware to get us moving in the right direction.
Wow. Well, I think we're taking a commercial break for just a minute. Again, if you're watching and you want to call us and ask some questions, I forgot the number, 648-2899. 648-2899. You can call us. You can send us an email at info@catchitlive.com if you have a question for Jeff. Or if you want, just get in your car and come right on down here. Nobody has volunteered to buy Colin and Maya's dinner yet. So I would settle for crab cakes at this point.
Yeah,
So
I'll take the spaghetti special.
You will?
Yeah, $5.95.
$5.95 all you can eat. You've only got another hour though.
Right.
So you can only eat for an hour and you can't eat on the air. So anyway, okay, we'll be back in just a minute with Jeff Craig, Republican candidate for governor of the state of Delaware. He's got a lot more to tell us, and I got a lot more to ask him. We'll be back.
Hey, Jim Weller here with another fair special. I got ratchet tie-down straps, I got a cookbook, I got a camo crock pot, I got an air compressor, an aluminum tire and wheel for trailers. Look at that nice box of nails, a grill kit. Everything's on sale at Weller's in Bridgeville.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here, and I don't know if I mentioned, but I've got some fair specials, and I sell flags, I sell wheelbarrows, I sell extension cords. Then I got this one-size-fits-all camo hat, and let's not forget the Works Weed Whacker. Where's them weeds? Let's go get them. Hey everybody, Jim Weller here celebrating our fair specials. If you need a deal on any of what we got generators on sale, sandblast cabinets on sale, Briggs & Stratton power washers on sale, aluminum trailers on sale. Come and take advantage of our fair specials at Weller's.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey, you can open the door now. Jim Weller here with another fair special. This is a brand new 7x14 enclosed trailer, ramp door, side door, ready to go. $3,897, $38.97. Come get them while I got them at Weller's in Bridgeville. Hey everybody, Jim Weller. I'm back here at Jimmy's Grill. I didn't really leave. We took a commercial break, so I'm still here. Anyway, I got Colin Walls and I got Jeff Craig, who is running to be your next governor. So if you have a question, 648-2899, you can call us live right now and ask us a question. And if we like the question, we'll give you an answer. And then we're going to continue to talk to Jeff. I want to talk more about the money.
Sure.
The money. So how much money can somebody donate? Is there a limit? Like something, isn't there like a limit?
There's a $1,200 limit per
Okay.
person or per business in the state of Delaware for a statewide campaign like the governor's
So could a
office.
corporation give $1,200 and an individual?
If the individual owns 51% of the corporation, it counts
Okay.
as an individual contribution. If
Okay.
it's a true corporation with 1,000 shareholders, that corporation doesn't count towards an individual.
Okay.
But if
So
you have
if somebody wants to donate, we're not talking about a tremendous amount of money if you want to get involved. In other words, and so a person could donate a maximum of $1,200.
that's
Well,
right.
I mean,
So,
even
but-
$100 makes a difference, or $50 makes a difference.
Oh, it does.
$5 makes a difference.
Yes.
I mean, there's almost 900,000 people in the state of Delaware. About half of those people can vote.
Really?
I mean, yeah. So I mean, it's there's thousands of people who can get involved.
How much is that? 900,000 times $5.
That's a lot of money.
450,000.
But campaigns are expensive, and they're also
That's what I
becoming-
always wonder. How does somebody does it? In other words, so you do it on donations.
Well, yeah, you do it on donations, and you have fundraisers. You come to restaurants like Jimmy's Grill, and you have meet and
Okay.
greets, and people
Okay.
show up. There's the party organization in the Republican Party. We have a rep district chair for every representative
caller?
district.
We
have-
have a caller.
We have a caller.
I thought it was Christmas music. We have a caller. Can I hear him?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing?
Good. I have a question for Jeff Craig.
Okay.
Mr. Craig, what is your position here in Delaware changing our concealed carry law from may issue to shall issue state?
You know what that means?
Yes, I do.
I don't.
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
To do it essentially in the state of Delaware, if you want to carry a concealed weapon, you have to apply to a program. You have to do some educational stuff. You have to apply, and you have to go in front of a judge.
Right.
And the judge has to issue that permit.
Okay.
Right now, the judge has the discretion to not issue a permit. And so the question really is, should the judge not have that discretion? Should the judge be required, if you meet the requirements, to issue a concealed carry permit?
So why would he say you couldn't have it?
Well,
what could there be?
Well, I mean that's the thing. There might be something that the judge would come across where, in the judge's opinion, you didn't qualify. What the question is to try to codify that into law to make a series of requirements so that the judge can only deny you for particular reasons.
Right.
Okay.
And so my position on that is I've been asked this before, and I've researched it a little bit. I really think the judge should have that discretion. I mean, for a concealed carry permit.
Right. You're saying a judge should be able to interject some opinion there.
Some judgment,
Right, I agree with that.
Into that. And essentially the idea is, we all have the right to bear arms in the Second Amendment. That allows us to carry a weapon openly. A concealed weapon is another level of permission. Or
What a lot of people don't know is that you can openly carry a weapon in Delaware.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you really?
Yeah. Can't go in a courthourse or anything like that with it.
Especially in New York.
Right.
Yeah, but you can walk
Okay.
down the street with
Right.
with a gun and a holster on your side, and that's perfectly
Really?
legal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you put it inside your jacket, and that's that
Hold
Or
violates
your
the
jacket's
law.
covering up as you're walking.
If you're, yeah.
Right.
So you need a special permit to do that.
Right, but what you're saying is you're just going to add one more element where a judge would review it and maybe render some type of an opinion.
That's right.
I like that, and I'm going to give you a different example.
Yeah.
We try to sell something to somebody, and they want to apply for a loan. When they apply for the loan and only a computer reads it, it ain't quite the same as a human being reading it and saying, well, let me hear your story, or let me understand the circumstances, or something like that. In
Right.
other words, I hate to interrupt here, but I mean, I like the idea of another person rendering a human opinion.
And that's what we already have, right?
Yeah, that's how
We
it
already
currently
have that.
stands now. That
Is the
the
caller
judge
still
has the
there or
discretion.
going? Okay,
Yeah.
did we?
If I could just add, currently the person applying for the permit has to prove they deserve to have the permit. I would be more in favor of having those benchmarks that Mr. Craig spoke of why they couldn't have, say, there's a restraining order against them or something like that, where they have they have a mental history of having problems. But as it stands, a legal, law-abiding citizen in the state of Delaware has to jump through hoops to prove that they should be allowed to have that concealed carry permit. So I'll listen off air now. Thank you.
Well, thanks for the call.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank
I
you for the
appreciate the
call.
question.
And I that's a good point all the way around. In other words,
Yeah, no, and I think it's a debatable issue. I mean,
Right.
and especially in the wake of the shootings out in Colorado,
Right.
how do you evaluate somebody with a concealed carry permit, and what's the level of the concern? And so I think in this day and age, we err a little bit on the side of conservatism.
Right. I wouldn't think anything's wrong with slowing it down, gathering more. In other words, I don't even know how you go about getting one of them permits. So,
Well, there are a lot of people who have them, and there are a lot of people who very much thinks it's important to have a concealed carry permit, and they're very proud that they got through that process to get them. And so I'm supportive of them doing that. At the same time, I think having a judge review the information works better for all of us.
right. Well, it adds a human element.
It does. It
That's what
does.
it does. All right. Again, I appreciate that call. I'm so excited. That was our first call. So anyway, the other thing is the number 648-2899. If we could have two callers. So anyway, any comments? You can send us a text or an email or something like that. What do we got?
So-
in about 5 minutes, we got a break. But
You're
go ahead,
married?
Colin.
Yes.
Married
to
how
my
many
wonderful
kids?
wife, Terry, who, let me tell you this, you cannot run for public office like this without having a very supportive wife and a
Right.
very strong marriage. So she gets a lot of kudos because I could not do this if it wasn't for her. We have 4 children.
Wow.
The oldest is a practicing attorney here in Delaware.
Wow.
My children are a little older. I've got 2 in college this fall, and I've got one who's a 6th grader who's
Wow.
fancies himself as a lacrosse star. So
Wow.
he's the youngest.
Are they all watching?
They
never heard of Catch It Live?
No, they probably are watching Catch It Live. They
right.
get to see
They think
Dad.
it's a fishing show.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, one of the things is, I get up every morning. I'm out of the house by 7 o'clock.
Wow.
I most nights don't get home till 10 or 11, so I don't get to see a lot of my family. I haven't sat down and had that family meal with them for a number of weeks. So they are a big part of this. They are very supportive, and I have to give them all kudos for the things they do that allows me to run for office.
Because your investment of time is also their investment of time.
It is. It really is.
It takes
It
away
is.
from the family to some degree.
And I also want to do it. You guys are business owners. The same thing when you start a business. You know, a family business is a family business, and everybody's involved in it, and everybody makes that commitment.
Well, it's good that you have a family and they're behind you.
It is. It is.
Well, now
It
what
is
kind
good.
of car does a man like you drive?
I have a GMC Yukon XL,
All right.
which is the campaign
Is it
vehicle.
the long one or the short one?
It's the long one.
It's
Have you had it wrapped yet?
I have not had it wrapped,
Oh, okay.
But it is. Interestingly enough, it's the same vehicle that the governor has.
Oh, okay.
You know, which
is yours bulletproof?
Mine is
Bullet
not
resistant.
Mine is not bullet resistant.
Okay.
You know, and I don't think the governor's is either.
Okay.
You know.
I can't see you getting into a Prius. Or how tall are you?
I am 6'4".
6'4". Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's a little much for a Prius, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little much for a Prius. There are a lot of cars I can't fit
What about a
comfortably
Chevy
into.
Volt?
I don't think I drive a Chevy Bolt. I want to go more than 35 miles.
Do you? You could cross the state. You just couldn't go down it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. All right. How much time? We got 2 minutes left.
All right.
All right, 2 minutes. What can we say in 2 minutes?
Well,
What do you wanna say?
if somebody wants to donate to your campaign,
It's
what can we do?
www.craig2012.com, and that's CRAGG for Craig. And let me just do the last issue. The last issue, I'll do this real fast in 2 minutes.
We're going to let you come back, though.
Oh, well, and I would love. Oh, we're going to come back after
Tonight,
the break?
tonight,
Oh,
yeah.
tonight. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, then we'll leave this till after the break.
Oh, it's a brain teaser.
Because I want to talk about Fisker, and I want to talk about economic
Ooh,
development
Fisker.
and what we're doing here in this state and what we've done wrong. And
Are we
what
going to
we can
give
do
them
much
more
better.
money?
Hopefully, we can get our money back someday.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Are we about done?
Ready?
We're going to Jim commercial. Weller here with another fair special. I got ratchet tie-down straps. I got a cookbook. I got a camo crock pot. I got an air compressor, an aluminum tire and wheel for trailers. Look at that nice box of nails, a grill kit. Everything's on sale at Weller's in Bridgeville.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here, and I don't know if I mentioned, but I've got some fair specials, and I sell flags, I sell wheelbarrows, I sell extension cords. Then I got this one-size-fits-all camo hat, and let's not forget, the Works Weed Whacker wears them weeds. Let's go get them. Okay, folks, we're back. CatchItLive.com. Jim Weller, Colin Walls, Jeff Craig. We're here at Jimmy's Grill in Bridgeville. If you want to give us a call, Jeff is going to be running for governor. Well, he is running for governor. He's going to be running mighty hard. He needs your support. Would love to have the opportunity to answer any questions you have. So you can give him a call right now if you want at 648-2899. You'll be live on our show. You would be caller number 2. And we're excited to hear from caller number 2. But anyway, Jeff, what do you got to tell us next?
Well, I want to
know about...
Yeah,
go ahead.
Fisker. I want to talk about Fisker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how familiar people in Sussex County are, but people in Newcastle County are very familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was at the old General Motors assembly plant that closed when General Motors went bankrupt.
Right.
You know, the GM today is not the GM. You know, they've got the name and they do the same
Doesn't
cars.
it stand for Government Motors now?
It is.
Okay.
You know, the federal government owns a significant piece of it. But Fisker got Energy Department loan guarantees for $500 million, $500 million, of which they've pulled about $185 million out of that. Here in the state of Delaware, you and I and other residents gave them $21.5 million of a $24 million loan,
Wow.
which allowed them to go in and kind of clean up that plant, because when General Motors left, they left hazardous chemicals in there. They just walked out the day they went bankrupt. And then Newcastle County gave them about $2 million in real estate tax abatements. And so what we do is we have this significant investment on the part of Newcastle County, the state of Delaware, and the U.S. Department of Energy, and we have a plant that is padlocked and closed and has no workers, and Fisker manufactures and assembles all of its plants, all of its cars overseas. And it's, you know, when Governor Markell announced the deal, he called it the signature accomplishment of his Economic Development Office, and I don't think he really realized that it really is the signature accomplishment. It is money that we spent that we now do not have a assembly plant.
So the goal was
they
to
ever-
have Fisker come into the GM plant and build these cars here. They've given them all this money, and they're not here.
And they're not here.
They lent them the money, right?
Well, they lent him the money, but one of the things.
But now they're going.
But Fisker's like that new business that you were starting up, that there's no guarantee of making money.
Right.
And if
Until they
Fisker,
build the first something.
that's right, and Fisker sold 1,000 of their, fancy sports cars, so they've sold 1,000 of them, and to be successful, they probably need to sell 1,000 a month. So one of the questions is, we lent them the money, but if Fisker is not successful as an ongoing enterprise, and they do go bankrupt, there's nobody there to get the money back from. So one of the questions is, why are we investing in such a cutting-edge technology company that's never actually run an
Is there a chance the
assembly
state's
plant?
looking for write-offs? Because that loss would be a tax-deductible write-off for the state of Delaware.
Yeah, and if you or I went to our neighbors and borrowed $21 million, and they
We
said,
might expect this.
and they said, "Where's the assembly plant?" They would be angry at us,
Right.
about where that plant was. You can, or if you went down to the local bank and you borrowed $21 million to open up that new business, they would be concerned. Where's the money? Where,
Right.
what are you doing?
So they are building cars somewhere.
They are building cars, contract manufacturing in Finland, which is, they do it a little bit differently in Europe. What they do is when the company that assembles them is all done, they hand it to Fisker, and Fisker pays them for that car.
Well, how
So
does
they're not-
Delaware benefit from that?
Well, we don't benefit from that at all. So this is a story that the more you get into it, the worse it gets. We've got a large chunk of Delaware economic development money invested in a company that has not opened an assembly plant, that is not moving forward to open an assembly plant, that has taken and created jobs over in Finland for people to assemble cars. We don't necessarily know that they're going to be successful and be able to pay these loans back. And so we're sitting here stuck in neutral, to use an automobile reference, without an assembly plant, without our money back. And so the opportunity cost of what we could have done with that money if we invested it in Delaware businesses.
What's the outlook for Fisker? I mean, do they have plans that they're going to come to Delaware?
Well,
and
I think
They're here.
Well, that's a really good question
an empty building.
for the governor and the Economic Development Office. They have $21.5 million of our money,
Right.
Delaware money. So there should be a plan.
Right.
Are they opening the plant? Or are they not opening the plant? And of course, my guess is they don't want to say they're not opening the plant because that would trigger them having to pay the money back.
And you certainly wouldn't say that before an election, would you?
And the idea, if you can just play out the
Right.
string, and sometime after November 6th, you can find out they're never going to open that plant, well, maybe it won't hurt you much.
Make it like Delaware's Christmas gift to everybody.
Exactly.
Right.
So
So the people in Finland are happy.
I
the Delaware money.
I would suppose they are, but it's my job as the Republican candidate to take those dollars that people invest in our campaign and to communicate exactly what's happened to us. And one of the reasons why we have an economic development problem in this state is because we don't do a very good job of.
how do we get out of Fisker? How do we get away from them? And how do we get our money back?
Well, I think what we have to do is we have to elect a governor who says,
Enough is enough.
enough is enough, and we want our money back, or we want the plant opened, and to give a date certain as to when that's going to be done. And there were original dates in that program which they've not met. And again, I just think it's a bad deal gone bad, and nobody really wants to bring any attention to it because the resolution of the deal is to make the governor admit that he and his economic development office have made a mistake.
I don't want to be the one to make him have to say that.
But I do.
Okay.
So and again, here in Delaware, if we look at employment in Delaware, the majority of businesses in Delaware that are Delaware businesses that employ Delawareans that work in the private sector are businesses with less than 20 employees.
Right.
If we're going to grow business in Delaware, if we're going to get out of this economic, malaise we're in, Delaware businesses have to grow. People like Jim Weller have to hire more people. People like Colin Walls have to hire more people. And so if we had tax credits for Delawareans to have those smaller businesses grow, that's how we're going to get out
How do
of this
tax
recession.
credits work?
Well, tax credits really work great. You got to make some money. You make some money, and then you've got a tax credit where instead of giving that money to the state, you invest that money back into the business, and then the business grows. So you can do tax credits based on hiring employees. You can do tax
Equipment.
credits based on making equipment.
Okay.
Buying a piece of heavy equipment, a forklift, a farm tractor, fixing a building, something that has longer economic value.
And that is more than just benefiting me. It's benefiting a contractor. It's benefiting somebody that's going to sell it to me.
It's
and-
benefiting the person who installs it or
Right.
maintains it or
and-
delivers fuel to it.
And yeah, exactly. You guys understand it perfectly. Economic activity helps everybody in the community. And when we invest money in our community, when we invest money again in a Fisker deal where they decide to, assemble that car over in Finland, it doesn't do a lot for us economically here in Delaware. It's kind of sunk cost, and it
Right.
just does not make sense. And it requires an explanation of who thought up this deal and how desperate were they, and why did they give such a good deal to a group of guys that were so unreliable. And it's
Right.
kind of, we hear about this on the national stage. They call it crony capitalism.
Right.
But it's people who have inside deals, who are friends of people in power, who are able to get deals that the rest of us can't get.
Right.
And that's just unfair.
That is unfair.
That is.
That is unfair. But I would like to see Delaware, get behind small businesses. I think it would be neat if we could really, help small businesses. But it does seem, here's what I found. Sussex County, Delaware, small business is pretty strong. Once you get into Kent County, it's a little bit different. When you get into Newcastle County, they don't even know what a small business is. In other words, that's what I find. So I hate to say it like that, but I mean, down here, you got a lot of small businesses, guys that'll work 60, 70, 80 hours a week, and they're not asking, what do I get paid past 40? Because they're just doing it.
But one of the concepts we have to get around is when you grow, it's small businesses that grow.
Right.
Large businesses, Fortune 500 companies, companies that employ 1,000 or more workers, they're actually net job destroyers. And I had a conversation where I was, again, interviewed by the News Journal, and I was on camera with them. I was talking about it, and I was trying to get the concept across. And I spoke to them about when Gannett bought the News Journal. Gannett grew as a company. They added employees, but they got rid of accounting personnel.
Right.
They
Right.
got rid of managerial
Management.
personnel. So what they do is they acquire the company, and then the people they keep are actually less people working at that company.
Overall.
So when we think of all the big household names, all the large companies, they're actually net job destroyers.
Right.
It's the small businesses that continually grow and add people. So when we come out of an economic recession like we are doing now, it is only small businesses that will employ people. So when we talk about what we have here in Delaware, our Delaware businesses are small businesses, and that's why we have to focus on them, because they really are the job creators. They really are. It's again, I ask people, as you make your decision how you're going to vote in November, go out to a small business in your community or in your neighborhood, ask that business owner how he's doing, ask what that business owner needs to grow his business, and he's not going to tell you I need a government loan. He's not going to tell you, I need somebody from Finland to come buy my manufactured product.
Right.
What he's going to tell you is, I need the government to get off my back. I need, the opportunity maybe to go down to the local bank and get a loan. But if I can provide more goods and services to you, who's in my community, I can grow my business. And so that's what we got to do. We just got to change the tone and focus on growing business here in Delaware.
Yep.
How can somebody get up with you if they want to help your campaign? I'm sure you're accepting volunteers.
Volunteers, again, I would direct people to the website, which is www.craig2012.com, or you can email jeff@craig2012.com, which is my email address. On the website, there's a donate button for those people who can make a financial contribution. There is a spot to put your email address in to get on our newsletter so we can distribute information out to people. And then again, if you send us an email, we have your email and we can communicate back with you.
Excellent.
Do you take PayPal?
I do not know which version the donate button uses right
Okay.
now. I don't think it's PayPal, but it's a
Okay.
similar
Just
type
curious.
online
You can
payment
use a
system.
credit card anyway, right?
You can use a credit card.
Use a credit card, preferably your own.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll use Collins. Well,
Well,
thanks
Jeff,
a lot.
yeah,
You've done a
thank you very
great
much.
job.
Well, good. It was great
I've
to
enjoyed
see you
talking
guys.
to
Good.
you here.
It's
I've
glad to
enjoyed
meet you.
talking to you at the
Good.
fair.
Good. Thank you.
Like every time I talk to you, you're the same. I like that. So I just hope after you're governor, when you come back, you'll be the same.
I'll be back.
Okay?
Good.
We'll be
Excellent.
looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jeff Craig.
Okay.
Hey, Jim Weller here with another fair special. I got ratchet tie-down straps, I got a cookbook, I got a camo crock pot, I got an air compressor, an aluminum tire and wheel for trailers. Look at that nice box of nails, a grill kit. Everything's on sale at Weller's in Bridgeville.
Don't let your picnic go to the dogs because you forgot the gas tank. Bring Me Gas will dispatch a uniformed technician right to your grill with a barbecue tank exchange. You've put a lot of time into planning this great picnic, and now everyone can enjoy the beautiful day and the delicious food. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here, and I don't know if I mentioned, but I've got some fair specials, and I sell flags, I sell wheelbarrows, I sell extension cords. Then I got this one-size-fits-all camo hat, and let's not forget the Works Weed Whacker. Where's them weeds? Let's go get them. Hey everybody, Jim Weller here celebrating our fair specials. If you need a deal on any of what we got generators on sale, sandblast cabinets on sale, Briggs & Stratton power washers on sale, aluminum trailers on sale. Come and take advantage of our fair specials at Weller's.
Fun in the sun and outdoor cooking really make for a great summer day. And who can resist the mouth-watering aromas coming from that barbecue grill? But is your outdoor gas grill ready? Got enough propane in that tank? It may be time for a propane exchange from Bring Me Gas Tank Delivery Service. Schedule same-day delivery right to your propane grill anywhere in Kent or Sussex. Call Bring Me Gas at 302-422-0603 or order online at www.bringmegas.com.
Hey, you can open the door now. Jim Weller here with another fair special. This is a brand new 7x14 enclosed trailer, ramp door, side door, ready to go. $3,897, $3,897. Come get them while I got them at Weller's in Bridgeville. We're going to be on in just a second.
We're on.
We're on. No, just a second. We're on now?
I think we're on.
How do you know? We on?
Because Brooke said we're
Oh,
on.
we're on. We're back, everybody. Jim Weller, Colin Walls, Jimmy's Grill. Great combination.
Great combination. Yeah.
Tax-free shopping. So
Yeah.
this has
Hey.
been. Go ahead. What?
Let's tell them about that special. It
One
doesn't
more
last
time.
much longer.
You only got till 8 o'clock to get here. All you can eat spaghetti, tomato or meat sauce with salad and garlic bread, $5.95.
Crazy. And my
Crazy
wife says
price.
it is delicious.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Very good. So it's been endorsed by Colin's wife. We're here at Jimmy's Grill. You've got till 8 o'clock to come out and eat dinner. This has been CatchItLive.com. Well, you've been watching, so you know that.
Right.
Next Tuesday night, we're going to be back, 6 to 7:30, looking for people to have on the show. You could be a person who's fantastic at baking cakes, or you got some hunting tips, fishing tips.
I prefer
Maybe,
people that are fantastic at baking cakes.
Baking
and
cakes,
bring
cupcakes,
samples in.
cakes, yeah.
Samples in for us.
We need to get Cupcake Phil over here.
Yeah, right.
Yep. But the other thing I did want to tell you is the phone number 648-2899 if you want to call us. Next week, I do have one guest lined up already, Dr. Trigley. A lot of people might know him, might not know him. He likes to be called Dr. T. He's from down in Seaford. He's a chiropractor, Peninsula Chiropractic Center. Real good chiropractor, real good guy, good friend of mine. But he is hosting some type of a fundraiser event at his house for Cher Valenzuela.
Right.
That's what I was going to say. Valenzuela.
She's running for lieutenant governor.
Lieutenant governor.
Right.
Yep. So she won't be here, I don't think.
I think
but
Jeff Craig probably knows her. You think?
might know her.
Yeah.
Knows of her.
Okay.
Anyway, Dr. T is going to be here next week, and I'm going to get a couple more guests lined up. But make plans. Mark your calendar now. Right now. Just mark it right down there. You know, if you got one of them iPhones, just take a ink pen and write right on the front of it.
Push real hard.
Yeah, push real hard. Next Tuesday night. So other than that, what else we got there?
We want them to like us on Facebook.
We
Catch
do.
It Live on Facebook. Like
or
the page.
Colin Walls.
Like Colin Walls. Friend
Or-
me. Not like me. Friend
Right.
me. You
Friend
can
you.
like me if you like.
You can, but
Yeah.
friend you first.
Friend you.
Yep,
Jim
Weller.
Weller.
I'm the one from Delaware.
Right.
Then we got Brooks Ritter over here. Nobody's even seen him yet tonight. This is Robin Ritter's, one of her favorite sons, Brooks Ritter. Yeah,
He says her favorite, but I don't
he
know.
says her favorite. She had a birthday yesterday. So anyway, look Brooks up on Facebook too. Other than that, we got anything else? We're really doing good on time here
Yeah,
tonight.
we've got the video of the week coming up here. We're just going to kind of close out with it. It's kind of long. It's a 3-minute video, but I thought it was pretty good. You haven't seen it yet, but
Oh, can I say
you'll
one more
like it.
thing?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Friday morning,
Friday morning.
catch us live here at Jimmy's Grill while Andrew Murr does his show.
That's right.
It's going to be a hoot Friday morning. And want to remind people, we'll be here from what, 5:30
Till 9.
Till 9.
Yeah.
5:30 to 9 Friday morning here at Jimmy's Grill. We'll be back.
Very good breakfast.
Andrew Murr does his show. Yes. The pancakes are really good.
I like French toast.
French toast is really good. I didn't know this. You can get bacon, normal cook, or rubbery. You can get it either way. I
Right,
didn't know
you can
that
get
until
your-
the other day.
Your choice.
I like the rubbery.
Yeah, I like
So,
the crispy.
The crispy.
Yep.
Well, you're younger. Your teeth are in better shape than mine. So, all right, we got a video of the week.
Video of the week.
After
and
that, are we coming? And just stop by and say hi and check us out. Bring your kids. It's a good time. Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and then Saturday night we got the free concert with Heather Williams. So make plans to check us out at Eagles Nest, and that's all. I'm done now.
Yep. See you next week here.
Thank you.
6 o'clock. Jimmy's
Bye.
Grill, Tuesday.
Again to this neighborhood. I'd like to show you something. You know what this is? Well, maybe if I press this button. This is a cassette player with a little cassette in here, and there's nothing written on it, so we'll just have to play it to see what it is. Do you ever imagine things? Are they scary things? Are they scary things? Do you ever imagine things? Things you'd like to have? Did you ever see a cat's eyes in the dark and wonder what they were? Did you ever pretend about things like that before? Did you ever pretend about things like that? Did you ever grow anything in the garden of your mind? In the garden of your mind. You can grow ideas in the garden of your mind. In the garden of your mind. It's good to be curious about many things. You can think about things and make believe. All you have to do is think, and they'll grow. Imagine every person that you see is somewhat different from every other person in the world. Some can do some things, some can do others. Did you ever think of the many things you've learned to do? Many things. Did you ever grow anything in the garden of your mind? You can grow ideas in the garden of your mind. It's good to be curious about many things. You can think about things and make believe. All you have to do is think, and they'll grow. Did you feel like going like that? Let's give the fish some food. Mr. McFeely, I didn't order any whistles.
That's what they call a slide whistle.
Did you feel like going like that? There are so many things to learn about in this world, and so many people who can help us learn. Did you ever grow anything in the garden of your mind? In the garden of your mind. You can grow ideas in the garden of your mind. It's good to be curious about many things. You can think about things and make believe. All you have to do is think. You can think about things and make believe. All you have to do is think, and they'll grow.